Every time Caroline Winstel takes to the wall, she imagines a dance.
Just constant ebbs and flows and looking for spots and strengths and weaknesses.
Her heartbeat keeps time as her footwork, intricate and athletic, propels her to that peak. She even has a partner providing support for this pas de deux as they work in tandem for that final lift. Floating 40 feet off the ground puts a lot of things in perspective. But for Winstel, it's not an escape, but a reminder of what she's capable of when she comes back down to earth.
I think that's probably slower than I usually.
A lifelong competitor, Winstel is still learning the valuable skill of taking it easy.
Because I have a limited muscle endurance, so we kind of go a little quicker up the wall.
It's also why she can't spend too much time on her feet. Winstel is what's called an adaptive climber, a title she really only discovered last summer.
So I came in for part of my dissertation research on adaptive athletics, and it's something I always wanted to try, and so I was like, I'll give it a try, thinking it'd be like a one-off sort of thing.
By the end of that first day, she had her own shoes, a membership to Climb Time Oakley, and a competitive drive that she hadn't felt in a decade. At least, not since she got the diagnosis that ended her first athletic career. Winstel was a star volleyball player throughout high school, earning a spot on the team at Tusculum University. But on her first day of preseason, she collapsed.
Next thing I know, my mom's coming in from Knoxville, hauling it. A doctor comes in with a printout from WebMD, and it says rhabdomyolyses.
A rare disorder in which the muscles break down and enter the bloodstream. Winstel never fully recovered.
No such thing as a do-over.
Over the years, she saw more doctors, getting more diagnoses, a connective tissue disorder, an autoimmune condition. Winstel struggles to stand for longer than 10 minutes, and her muscles are easily exhausted. And yet,
go get it.
When she's on the wall, it's just her and gravity.
It forced me to meet my body where it was.
Winstel says she can't lie to herself when she's 40 feet in the air, whether in her home gym or on the national stage.
On the right, we have Caroline Winstel.
Less than a year into her training, Winstel traveled to Salt Lake City to compete at the Paraclimbing National Championships. She was toe-to-toe with some of the best adaptive climbers in the country, until she stumbled.
I came down, and I've lost things before.
She says she just didn't have the strength for those round holds.
But I was grinning ear to ear.
Ultimately, she finished half a point short of qualifying for the Paraclimbing World Cup. But on the other hand, she was hooked.
It wasn't about trophies. It wasn't about being the best, but just loving climbing is something that I will be forever grateful for.
Winstel and her coach are already strategizing for next year's competition, taking note on where she struggles and why. So with each dance,
all right,
they'll reach new heights, teaching Winstel more about her body and herself on every climb.
That was fun. I liked it.
Michelle Alfini, Spectrum News.